Straight ahead on CBS19 News at 4, kids with guns. That's what Charlottesville Police are saying as we update the weekend shooting that sent 2 juveniles to the hospital.
And Venable Elementary School getting a new playground, and students get to decide what's in it. We'll tell you what they voted on. The CBS19 News at 4 starts right now.
Live from the CBS19 News studio, this is CBS19 News at 4, Charlottesville News First.
Good afternoon, I'm Rick Young.
And I'm Carly Haynes. Thank you so much for joining us.
Another great fall day, but I understand tonight is a different story.
Yeah, a little chilly. Here's AJ with the first look at your forecast.
Yeah, we certainly flipped the switch there and really brought back some much cooler air to the forecast today. Temperatures not even close to getting out of the 50s this afternoon. Our JS Skyline network right now from atop Carter Mountain, we did have plenty of sunshine. It's not too bad if you're in that sunshine. Temperatures, though, low to middle 50s with 53 currently in Charlottesville and Lake Monticello. Pair of 5s in Louisa, 54 degrees in Crozet, Scottsville, Standardsville, and in Orange. Doppler radar looking good. We have a few clouds working their way through the area earlier this afternoon. Didn't bring us really anything in terms of rainfall. We will remain dry into the evening. Your weather headlines: a freeze warning in effect until 9 a.m. on Wednesday morning. I'll tell you just how cold temperatures are expected to drop tonight and how long this colder air sticks around. All that's coming up here in just a little bit.
All right, AJ, thank you. Charlottesville Police are searching for the person who fired a gun from a moving car along the UVA corner last night at about 9 o'clock. According to an alert for UVA Police, several people said they saw someone firing what appeared to be a BB gun from a car in the area of 14th Wartland. Nobody was hurt. No information was provided about the suspect. You can help with the investigation. Call Crime Stoppers at 434-977-4000.
And now we have more on the Charlottesville shooting incident that sent 2 juveniles to the hospital this weekend. Now, we spoke with Charlottesville Police about the shooting. Although it is still under investigation, they believe that roughly 4 or 5 people were involved and there were multiple weapons.
Then we have shootings involving juveniles. It's going to be concerning. We have shootings in broad daylight, and when you combine the two, that's very concerning. And unfortunately, when you're talking about juveniles with firearms, by the time it gets to us, it's the reactive, it's the response.
Now, both juveniles were wounded, one severely, but in stable condition, and the other with minor injuries. The recent crimes are part of an uptick in violence that Charlottesville Police have been seeing recently. Captain Tony Newberry says Charlottesville has seen approximately 162 shooting-related incidents within the last 6 months. The spike is up across Virginia and the country as a whole. A 20-year-old woman was hit by a car this afternoon around 12:30. It was at 1300 Carlton Avenue between Randolph and Rivas Street. The pedestrian was also carrying a baby carriage at the time, although the baby was not injured in that crash.
October is National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Know the signs so that you or your business don't fall victim to this crime. As technology continues to grow, so do the chances of getting hacked. According to officials, cyber attacks have increased by 80% this year. The most common way to get hacked? Phishing. This modern-day hacking happens when you open your email and click on a link.
The only way to protect against it really is not only just education, which is why Cybersecurity Awareness Month exists, but also automation and tools to protect people from themselves. Because when they get that cool email that says, hey, your bank account's been hacked, click this link to fix your password, most people are going to click it because they don't know.
Besides individuals being hacked, small businesses are the most impacted group. Roughly 60% of small businesses who get hacked can't recover and they go out of business. Remaining alert to scams and becoming educated can reduce your chances of being hacked in the future.
Well, Venable Elementary School getting a new playground, and the students, they get to decide what goes in it. Current 4th graders voted for their dream playground set up. That's out of 3 options given during recess. Charlottesville Parks and Rec, they manage the city school playgrounds and will take on the project over the summer. Now, hear what 2 students have to say about their big responsibility.
It's really exciting because the students get to tell everyone what they think. So a bunch of new years for Venable can have a new playground, a new fresh playground.
Fresh playground, that's good. Playground options B and C appeared to be in the lead during recess. We'll have more statements from the fourth graders later tonight in this big vote.
So awesome they get a chance to participate there. A 9-year-old girl from Nelson County is being recognized for her work after organizing several donation drives through FEMA. The drives were organized through the Nelson County Public School System and meant to help hurricane victims from Florida. We'll have more on this amazing story tonight on CBS 19 News at 5.
Now with an eye on the nation, the Treasury Department will assess how extreme weather increases insurance rates. Officials say they are taking a hard look at how climate-related disasters are driving rates. The Federal Insurance Office is requesting zip code level data from insurance companies regarding policies and prices. Now, this is the first time the department has used its authority to ask insurance companies for that type of data. Even before Hurricane Ian slammed into Florida, homeowners in the state were paying 3 times the national average for their insurance premiums, about $4,200 a year compared to the national average of $1,500. Insurance companies are regulated at a state level, but this data could ultimately be used to determine whether changes are needed in the U.S. insurance market. If you have federal student loans, you might be eligible for thousands of dollars in relief. That's under a newly launched program from the Biden administration.
If you don't have those loans, you might have to pick up the tab for those who do. Amy Kiley reports that could happen through taxes and inflation.
If you earn less than $125,000 a year, you'll get up to $10,000 knocked off your student debt.
People with federal student loans who meet that condition now can apply for that cancellation at studentaid.gov. Borrowers with Pell Grants who meet the income requirements can get double the relief. The White House says beta testers reported the website was user-friendly.
One said it was the easiest application they've ever filled out. Took maybe 60 seconds.
The Department of Education could request more information from some applicants later. President Joe Biden says more than 40 million Americans could see this student loan relief. But could that extra spending power increase inflation? Some Democrats say no.
There have been a lot of studies around this, and what they've shown is that it's not going to have an impact on inflation.
But the nonpartisan Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget says yes. It estimates Biden's student debt policies altogether could boost inflation between 1.25 points over the next year. That would mean higher prices and likely higher interest rates. Another drawback of Biden's loan initiatives is that taxpayers foot the bill.
It's very unfair, to have a truck driver have to pay back a loan from somebody that got like a PhD in gender studies.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
While the price of groceries and other goods skyrocket, gas is declining. The fears of a global economic recession have led to a drop in the price of crude oil. It's down $7. Gas demand decreased nationally last month as well. The national average for gas dropped by 3 cents over the last week. It's down to $3.88, but it's still 20 cents higher than a month ago and 56 cents more than a year ago. You can see the biggest decreases in California, which is down a whopping 28 cents, along with Wisconsin, Oregon, and Nevada, topping the least expensive markets: Georgia, Texas, Mississippi, South Carolina, and Arkansas.
Coming up on CBS 19 News at 4, there might be 2 casinos in the Richmond area. That's right, both Richmond and Petersburg might be sites in Central Virginia. Well, the latest on that.
And the U.S. Secret Service was charged exorbitant rates to guard the Trump family, according to a House Oversight Committee. And as the countdown to the midterms continues, how the GOP and Democrats are shaping their messages to their voters. First, here's AJ with the forecast.
That same low-pressure system that brought us the cold front last night still lingering well to our north. I'll tell you how long that keeps this colder air in the forecast for right after this.